Soy truck.
Wowie zowie.
Ooh, let's do that. That's like a Gremlin's voice there. That's a...
Wowie zowie.
Yeah.
Wowie zowie.
Mogwai voice over there.
Wowie zowie.
Yeah, it's weird that they just gave him like another name. I don't really like them giving him another name. They should just call him Mogwai. That was his name, right?
Yeah, because like Mogwai means gremlin or just goblin or like evil thing.
But it's a cute name.
Yeah, it's a good name.
I'd name a pet that. That'd be cute.
I have met like dogs named Gizmo.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gizmo's a pretty good dog name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I feel like Gizmo could be named after other things too, like Gizmo Duck.
Oh, Gizmo Duck.
Gizmo Duck's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I don't think many people remember Gizmo Duck.
Shut your fucking mouth. Never forget. Never forget. Gizmo Duck was my 9/11, baby.
I had some sordid times with that Gizmo Duck.
Yeah.
You're the number one creator of Gizmo Duck erotic fan fiction.
Yeah. And the number one creator of erotic Gizmo Duck thoughts as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Gizmo Daddy, put your wheel inside me.
Yeah, put that wheel on.
Yeah. Make it go fast. I want it rough against my skin.
What was his real name? I can't remember.
I don't remember either. He was
Damn.
like that. Yeah.
Mild-mannered inventor or something during the day, or
I don't think he was the inventor because
he was just the guy that got like paired with the Gizmo Duck.
Yeah, Gadget Gearloose was the wild inventor, and then he made. I don't know if it was an accident or something, but Gizmo Duck was made. Like I think it was an accident. It's been a while since I watched it, and it's one thing that's awesome and amazing about DuckTales is, especially in its later seasons, it has arcs, and so it'll have like 4. Sometimes like 6 episode like story arcs, and Gizmo Duck is like a very long arc, so you can kind of watch it like as a movie almost.
Oh yeah, I guess he didn't really have like his own show, right?
No, he didn't. He was just on DuckTales.
He was part of DuckTales?
Right.
Oh, I thought he had his own show or something.
No, I don't think so. I mean, he's pretty iconic for only being on DuckTales.
Wait, was it... No. I think there was Gyro Gearloose.
Yeah, Gyro Gearloose is the inventor who made Gizmo Duck's like armor and stuff.
Okay.
But the guy who is Gizmo Duck is like this guy who wears like a sweater vest. A duck that wears a sweater vest, which is admittedly like a very cute thought.
Oh, was it Fenton Crackshell?
I think so. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, because he also did the voice of Gizmo Duck.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Fenton Crackshell. That's a good name. That's a really good duck name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's reasonable, like office duck name, and he was like an office duck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't have enough people named Fenton anymore.
We don't have enough furries dressing up his like office ducks.
Yeah, call me Fentanyl for short.
Yeah, Fenton's just short for fentanyl.
Yeah, actually, looking up, Fenton Crackshell was Gizmo Duck's.
Okay. Alter ego. Yeah.
Alter ego, yeah.
Interesting. Who would you rather like give a hand job to?
Fenton Crackshell or Gizmo Duck?
Yeah.
They're the same thing.
Yeah, but who would you rather give a hand job to? Because I mean, like,
neither, because ducks have those dicks that are like.
right. I'm not asking either or. I'm asking either or, not neither or.
And suicide is not an option.
Suicide's always an option.
Okay. Then suicide. No, I guess Gizmo Duck, because I think I feel like because Fenton, no one knows who Fenton Crackshell is. That's part of his secret identity.
Right.
So it's just like, okay, so am I just giving like a random duck with a tie a hand job, or am I giving Gizmo Duck a hand job? I'm giving Gizmo Duck a hand job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I'm just throwing shit out there.
Throwing
right?
shit out there.
You know.
It's just like I don't want to be known as the guy who just gave like Office Duck a hand job.
I feel like regardless of what duck you gave a hand job to, you'd be known as the guy who gave a hand job to a duck.
Random Office Duck guy, they'd be like, oh, that's weird. It'd be like, no, I jerked off Gizmo Duck. They'd be like, whoa.
No,
Gizmo Duck?
That's a celebrity.
The superhero?
Yeah.
I did. Okay, that's cool. Respect,
yeah, we didn't even
respect.
know Fenton Crackshell's name.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Exactly. We know Gizmo Duck, though.
yeah.
We know he has the one wheel, and he has a whole bunch of little crazy and contraptions inside of his suit.
Okay, I don't know where we were going with any of this, but we do have a Patreon if you want to support this in any way. We're at Patreon.
These people all would give a hand job to Gizmo Duck.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I've assembled a delicious group of freakazoids. We call the Soyagers, or big dumb idiots.
Yeah.
Bigger dumb idiots. Biggest dumb idiots.
Yeah.
That's on our Patreon at patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. You get a bunch of stuff for as little as $2 a month. Actually, as little as free. You can go and sign up for free.
Sign up for free.
That's a little secret, but we like it when you pay. We appreciate it, and it helps us do this, get better equipment, sound better, do more episodes, buy more dumb bullshit with our stuff. So at $5 a month, we say thank you to people just like Dylan Lands, Jordan Hale, David Craning Sites, D. Gursky, Jormore, Tim Wilkinson, Sam Mayo, Kyle Simmons, PJ Hale, Shane Sawyer, Gillian McCrary, Roberto Molino, 7 of 9, James Hartman, Iggy, Abigail Simpson, Shane Williams, Roberto Yolito, Electric Baphomet, Jonah Hearn, Nick Savard, John Simcox, Asher Pliskin, Skeptic, Nova, Jose Martinez, Ben Tronic, and our good friends over at the Bruce Campbell podcast, which you should check out. It's a fun podcast. They review Bruce Campbell films. I've been on an episode where we reviewed Menos Mind.
Nice.
That was a great episode, but they also do a lot of other fun stuff, even the stuff that I won't even watch, like
Man with the Screaming Brain.
I watched that. No,
I've never seen that one.
No, I would watch that.
There
but
is,
like they review
one.
Yeah, they review the stuff that I don't want to watch, and that's what I like listening to it for. Like they did. He was in. God, what was it? It's that Doctor Strange, the one that Sam Raimi did.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. He was like Spaghetti Papa or Pizza Papa.
Pizza Papa, yeah. And so I really like the review because like they focused on that a lot.
Yeah, it's like,
and it's like that's kind of the best part of the film, I think. So
because I guess I'm assuming he's only in a very small part because like Sam Raimi likes to.
Yeah, I think he's there and then he comes back once, but it's like it's like very cameo-ish.
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, they're not cool enough. Marvel's not cool enough to give like Bruce Campbell his own standalone film.
No, definitely not. So for $10 a month, you can get access to
The Media Dungeon.
which is my Plex server. It's a streaming server, just like other streaming things. And I have so much fucking media on there, it works pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you should check it out because I've got almost I've got 17,500 films. You heard that right. That's like
damn.
That's like 5 times as many as any streaming service.
Yeah.
I've got as of recently 1,500 shows,
Wow.
which is more than any other streaming service.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ad-free, by the way.
I saw you had Louis Theroux's Weird Weekend on there
I
recently.
do. I have pretty much all of Louis Theroux's stuff, I think.
Yeah, he's really funny.
Yeah. I've got, a bunch of his like little miniseries and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I should watch that this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah, so that's fucking awesome. You should go check that out. For $20 a month, you get merch every month, which I actually need to send out packages. Thanks for reminding me, Britt. Yeah, it's that time of the month for me. I got to send out packages to some people.
And you're bleeding out of a hole in your body.
I am always bleeding out of a hole in my body. It's always that time of month for me.
Yeah.
And if I'm not bleeding out of a hole in my body, I'll just like punch my ear until it happens.
The ninth wonder of the world. It just keeps bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows why. It's the gape that always bleeds.
Because it takes so many seeds.
It just kept on taking him, not matter who it was, and everybody kept I don't know, something.
And they said no, loads refused and kept going just because this is
the gape that always bleeds
because it takes
so many seeds.
Okay, that's enough of that. And I forgot the last half.
Oh yeah,
yeah, as we do.
That happens.
As happens.
So that's our Patreon, patreon.com/dumbidiotbs.
Yeah.
So what are we here today to talk about?
Enterprise Cogenitor.
We are.
Cogenitor.
Yeah, this week our patrons decided we should watch this episode. Mm-hmm. It is Enterprise episode 22 from season 2.
Yeah.
First aired on April 30th, 2003, so over 20 years ago now.
Wowie zowie.
Yeah, think about that. This episode is almost old enough to drink.
Damn.
Yeah, right. It's the 47th episode overall in Enterprise. Mm-hmm. This one was written by Rick Berman. And
Really?
Yep, and Brandon Braga,
Wow.
who are the two co-creators of the series.
Yeah. It's amazing to get like any sort of like commentary on gender from Rick Berman.
Right.
That's not, and because his commentary on gender was
Do
usually
you think
like,
this was his like attempt at an apology?
maybe, but still, it's kind of like The Outcast in a way where it doesn't like,
Right.
Exactly end on a happy note.
Yeah, and it doesn't exactly address anything.
It doesn't address anything, and lines like, on Earth we got two genders.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Trip Tucker. Oh, I'm just a country boy. I only know the penis gender and the vagina gender.
It tackles some heavy subjects, but it's also it doesn't have a happy ending.
So Rick
still
Berman,
surprising to
Brandon
see.
Braga, you know them or should know them. They created the series. They've written.
Love them.
Brandon Braga.
Yeah.
He's responsible for a lot of the better Voyager.
Yeah, he is.
And some, and Rick Berman is. He executively produced all of the best Star Trek.
Yeah.
And so, but he was, he's a sexist and a pervert and a general.
He's mean to Denise Crosby.
Yeah, mean to fucking Terry Farrell.
Mean to Terry Farrell.
Mean to all our favorites, all our girls. And
Ruined
with our
Deep
girls.
Space Nine, season 7.
Yeah, he's the reason all of our girls left.
Yeah.
And so, and they've said that in interviews.
Yeah,
and
yes.
so I am,
Yeah.
I'm inclined to think he's a real piece of shit.
Yeah,
artistically, maybe he might have done some good things, but this is why I pirate media. Yeah. This is why you should go sign up to my Plex. So Rick Berman isn't getting a cut every time someone watches one of his shows on fucking Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm. Plus Paramount Plus, all the Star Trek movies have gone to HBO now.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I love how a year ago Paramount Plus was like one of their taglines was the place for Star Trek. And then like they just started bleeding Star Trek content. Prodigy's not there anymore.
Yeah, it's so
the
insane.
Movies aren't there anymore. So all you have is like most of the mainline series.
Yeah, because that's like Yeah, they basically made Prodigy, and then just like, well, we're just going to make it completely inaccessible. Not even have it on the fucking, just there, just so anyone can access it at any time. It's just like, no, we're just going to completely erase it from history. It's just
make it a tax write-off.
Yeah, which is it's just so cynical and evil. And yeah, if that's the way Paramount's going to treat Star Trek shouldn't be there.
I know, and like there's talk now of like Paramount getting bought up by someone bigger.
Which makes sense. I mean, yeah, we're just going and just mergers until it's all just like Omni Media.
Right. And they just like cut everything until it's just like fucking sparse. And like, I mean, they're probably just going with metrics. They probably know it's more profitable for them to sell the rights to the Star Trek movies. Yeah. To HBO for now. Yeah. And just keep the shows because the shows are probably what actually retain viewership.
Yeah, I mean, depending on when they're going to be releasing Strange New Worlds season 3. Yeah. Like, but yeah.
I mean, Discovery season 5 is coming out in April, I think.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Strange New World season 3, though. I mean, so much time has passed between the Discovery things. Like,
I mean, our friend of the show, Carlos Cisco, wrote, I believe, a Mirror Universe episode
for Strange New Worlds.
For Discovery season 5. I think
so
episode 5 or something.
So Killy's coming back.
Probably. It's the episode is called Broken Mirror.
Oh wait, maybe Killy would be dead now because they went to the future.
True.
So
what if she went to the future in the Mirror universe?
Well, also didn't they?
If he does that, I'm gonna call him.
But also that was the whole thing how they got Giorgio to leave. They said like the space between their two universes has become too
right.
Yeah, so like so Giorgio couldn't evil Mirror Giorgio couldn't be sustained in the Prime universe anymore. She had to return to the past or something. Yeah. Which is I guess how they were going to do the Section 31 movie or whatever. I don't know.
Anyway, so this this episode of Enterprise, Cogenitor, Cogenitals, season 2, episode 22, was written by Rick Berman and Brandon Braga and directed by none other than LeVar Burton.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Jordan himself. Yeah,
good for that.
Good for him. I mean, it's well directed.
Yeah. It
tells a compelling story. Yeah, we'll get to it. So, we open on the NX-01 flying near a hypergiant star that's going to supernova in a couple hundred years. T'Pol says she still might be alive to see it because Vulcans live real old. But it appears there's a ship that's already closer to the star. They put the ship on screen and it's not recognized. They hail them and they say they're from a solar system called Viscia. Their captain offers free technology to scan the star. Archer is grateful and invites the captain aboard for dinner. We get opening credits at 2 minutes and 30 seconds here.
Yeah, it goes pretty quick.
Yeah, it goes pretty quick. It just sets up the episode. Nothing fancy. Not a whole lot of jokes or like anything. It's, pretty bare bones, which is fine. It's fine. Yeah. That's all you need. You want to get through it real quick, go to the credits, get the first commercial out of the way so you could really start telling a story.
Yes.
So, we return with the Viscia captain, and he's on the NX-01 and telling Archer about their advanced technologies.
And it's the Babylon 5 guy.
It is the Babylon 5 guy. Archer agrees to join him on a mission. Over in the bar, Trip is showing Vissian women to maraschino cherries when Reed comes up and sits down. And all these Vissian women are like horny. It's pretty cool. Like the only one
for Malcolm.
Well, the thing, that's the thing. Like that's the thing. Yeah. They're horny for Trip first, but then Malcolm comes over. They're horny for him. Fucking Trip goes over to another lady who's horny for her husband, wants to have a fucking baby put in her.
She does.
Like, everyone is horny in this episode.
Everybody is
This is horny. A pretty horny, like, the motivations for most of the people, except for, like, Archer in this episode, are kind of horny.
Yeah, and I think, imagine how horny it would have been if it was directed by Andrew Robinson, though.
Oh my god!
Like it would have been.
Oh my god!
Like I feel like LeVar Burton, he's pretty restrained.
Yeah.
Like But yeah, he's
You know, a lot of fucking cast members from Star Trek put in horny ass episodes, though. You know who directed Fascination, the one with the Bajoran scrolls, where fucking Lixwana comes to DS9 and like makes everyone super horny.
yeah, that's a good episode.
Yeah, it's fun. You know who directed that? Avery motherfucking Brooks.
Oh fuck yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense because it doesn't like
Super horny episode.
yeah. Is Dax coming on to Cisco in that episode?
I think so. That sounds right.
Because I mean, they do sleep together. I think is weird. They sleep together in the mirror episode.
Yeah, I remember Jake's coming on to Kira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Quark is coming on to Dax.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, everyone's horny.
Hell yeah.
Betazoid menopause.
Hell yeah, we'd love to see it. I wish I had some of that. Make everyone horny.
It is also funny. Yeah, they're all horny for Malcolm, and it's sad because like I don't know, like Travis. He doesn't get. No one's horny for Travis.
He's just a pilot, brother.
He just spends the entire time on the like. You don't even see him in this episode.
No, I don't think you see him, but someone says like the captain says, "Travis, take us out" or something.
He may just be seen very briefly, but he is basically non-existent in this episode. I mean, it is a trip episode, but it's just funny. Like
Definitely a trip
the
episode.
B story as this Malcolm seducing a woman.
I think this is almost their attempt to Rikerify Trip.
Yeah,
It doesn't quite do it.
Yeah, he does have kind of he does kind of have like those moments with because he has that that moment with like the when he gets pregnant.
Yeah. No.
So he does get they do
he's like a social justice Chad.
Yeah, and they love putting like the Florida old boy in weird alien situations.
Oh yeah,
which I do like. That's one thing I do like about Enterprise. They do like to play up the alien weirdness a lot, like the unconventional alien lifestyles and stuff. Like they don't do that too much in like TNG or something. Everyone seems pretty similar.
Enterprise is a lot hornier.
It is a lot hornier.
I think
that's Rick Berman's.
Yeah, it's Rick Berman's baby, and so it's fucking horny as fuck.
Oh yeah.
So when we return to the Vissian captain's talking to Archer on the NX-01 about their advanced technologies, and Archer agrees to join them on a mission. Over in the bar, Trip is showing Vissian women the maraschino cherries when Reed comes up and sits down. Trip goes to talk to their engineer, and they talk. He introduces himself to a Vissian, but they don't speak since they are a cogenitor, which is something like a surrogate, or someone like
they provide an enzyme.
They provide an enzyme that's required to have a baby.
Which is weird, you think, with how I mean it seems like it is just a like cultural practice, because I feel like being such a advanced it is funny that they are that's such a highly advanced society.
Yeah.
They do have like this very like antiquated view on just like this third sex that exists in their society.
Yeah.
And it seems like, okay, you can't use your technology to possibly replicate this enzyme.
We'll get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should maybe,
provide some context.
Yeah, provide more context for this. So the engineer, the Vissian engineer recommends an inoculation against Omicron radiation.
Omicron Persei.
Yeah, thereby presaging the COVID vaccine for
Yeah.
Omicron.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
Yeah. This is like 20 years before that, baby.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah. So Trip goes and gets a vaccine from Phlox, but he gets the Phlox pox and shakes uncontrollably and puts the video on Twitter to prove how unsafe the vaccine is.
Yeah. It's like my dad was a chiropractor in Florida, so he knows what he's doing. He knows all about how vaccines are the devil.
So Trip gets the shot, and Phlox tells him the Cogenitor is a third gender in the Vissian society. Trip struggles with pronouns, and he's like, I barely get this man and woman thing.
What do I call it? It?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing, is they do call them it a lot in this episode, which is kind of weird, because they don't like request that. It's just like what they do in their society is they call the Cogenitor it.
I mean, this episode was made before it was like it was widely known, that they them is like the proper.
Yeah, like Berman and Bran are probably sitting and like, what do we call him? It?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he, she, it, I don't know.
Which is strange that, it like that the Vissian society themselves don't have a pronoun for this.
Right.
For their progenitors.
Right.
But I mean,
it makes sense because they do treat them almost pet-like.
Yeah, like pets, but
Right.
but it just seems like, you do have to refer to the cogenitor by something.
Yeah. Phlox tries to explain the mating rituals and how it requires the cogenitor, but Trip doesn't really want to know, and he leaves, which is like
So the cogenitor puts a finger in the male's butt.
Right. The cogenitor in our society is also known as the Great Finger.
The Great Finger, working both buttholes at once.
All hail the Great Finger. So
Because Vissian females also have a prostate.
hell yeah.
Hells yeah.
So Phlox, So Phlox even says he has like diagrams, and I'm like, show him.
Yeah, it is funny. Like Trip he does act like actually interested in this and how it works, and then like when Phlox is like, well, I have diagrams, he's like, I don't want to see that,
So it's weird because he has like the sanctimony of Riker, but not his horniness.
Yeah,
And I really wish he had more horniness in here, honestly.
that's true. I mean, he is from Florida, so
Just a good Florida boy.
good Florida boy.
So the Vissian ship soars through a nebula, and the captain quotes some Shakespeare because he read the entirety of his plays the day prior.
That's so wild.
Right? Archer is impressed, but the Vissian says some of his friends would be equally impressed at Macbeth. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like maybe he should have some sort of like gender theory type stuff and be like, okay, maybe we're mistreating.
Have you ever heard of Matt Walsh?
Other end. Yeah, no, I can see the Vissians like we've absorbed all your Matt Walsh.
And we've decided to do away with the cogenitor for good. All of them.
We have a solution. Our final solution.
Okay. So with Trip, he's with the Vissian engineer, and he asks about the cogenitors, and it's made clear the cogenitors make up about 3% of the population and are basically rented out to cis couples trying to have children.
Which is so wild.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're basically sex slaves.
Basically.
Yeah.
They're entirely sex slaves.
Yeah.
They're like government, like...
They're government issued, like, prostate massagers or however it works. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't know how
I know, because it didn't give enough time to Phlox in this episode. Yeah. I wanted like 3 minutes of his giant tongue hanging out and him being like, so next they stick their finger in the second hole and it makes a cream-like substance.
Yeah, like it would have been nice if suddenly like the entire like shot of the show changes and it's just like Phlox at a blackboard and like actually teaching you. It's more like a sex
fucking
ed
Glenn Beck style.
Yeah, just like a sex ed type thing. And he earnestly teaches us how it's done, and we're like, oh, okay, so we learned something today. But yeah, we don't know how it happens, and it definitely doesn't seem like consensual for the cogenitor. They are forced to do so because it's their only function in society.
Yeah, and the thing too about the cogenitors is it's made clear that they are given no education.
Yeah,
like other Vissians, and other Vissians are like highly educated.
Yes,
and cogenitors can't even read and are not allowed to read. Kind of like slaves.
Kind of like slaves.
Kind of like slaves, but with sex involved.
Yeah.
What do you call one of them?
I do like the way that they introduce the Vissians because they don't seem like an outwardly, typically when a species is evil, they
are outwardly hostile.
Outwardly hostile and also outwardly evil. They seem sinister.
Right.
And they try to make these people seem as benign. They're almost like fucking like Germans now.
Yeah,
they're just like they're more like the lederhosen. They're lederhosen
right.
Germans, not like the Nazi Germans. Like it's like, oh, come and have some lager.
Don't ask about our history.
Don't ask about the history. Come have sausage, highly fragrant sausage. come have nice German beer. And then like no, they're actually like they're putting on the Nazi uniform when they go behind scenes. But I do like that where it does make you help. It does help force you to kind of like, are these people evil? I mean, should we be commenting on their
And
cultural
actually,
practices?
I think this episode is like we should give credit to the writers and especially the director for like making the Vissians seem so nice.
Yes.
Like the way it's shot, the way they're portrayed, everything.
Yeah, they seem like they're just normal guys.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So Trip says he's trying to keep an open mind about Vissian society, but he obviously has some reservations.
Yeah.
So over with Archer, he says he's going to spend 3 days with the Vissian captain, and T'Pol says that's a long time to spend with a stranger in such a small ship.
I do like how worried T'Pol comes off in this.
She's
scene.
like, wait.
That's too long.
No, wait. That's my bussy. He can't have your bussy. Yeah. Daddy, he can't have your daddy bussy.
She does seem like, she's like going to genuinely miss Archer, which is kind of fun. But,
it is cute.
But yeah, because like she's basically in charge while he's gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be her and Trip, but Trip's fucking around.
Oh yeah, Trip's trying to get his horn on.
Yeah, it is funny how like Trip has no tact in this in this episode, where
he often doesn't. Like if we ever have an episode where like someone's a fuck up, it's always Trip.
It's always Trip.
Like someone who like creates a situation that doesn't need to happen, it's usually Trip.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the guy's like, I've noticed you've only discovered 92 naturally occurring elements in your society. Mm-hmm. We have 200. 200? Well. Now, what's that dang old cogenitor doing y'all in the bedroom? It's just like, he's given like information that he would genuinely find interesting. And he's just like, but then he's just like ham-fistedly turns to the Now I'm just an old country boy from Florida.
Right.
But what's a third person do in the bedroom for you?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, they provide an enzyme.
Yeah.
Which I want to know how that enzyme's getting transferred.
Oh yeah. I think the Cogenitor is the one with a penis, but it has two penises. So it basically connects the presumable man and woman in the society. Okay. Because men and women both have vaginas.
There's penises with a female and male outlet.
Right. It's like a guitar cord.
Okay.
It's a guitar amp. Yeah. It's like a guitar cord.
Got you. Okay, so it connects to.
Right. And the man is obviously the guitar, and the woman is the amp.
Got you.
Right. And so you plug in, with the guitar cord, and it lets the sound go into the amp. Right. Yeah, kind of the same idea.
But yeah, that's what the point I was also getting to is it's like if all they provide is the crucial enzyme.
By the way, look out for my upcoming book, Men Are Guitars, Women Are Amps.
You're just going to be on the back of the cover with your arms crossed, like
holding a guitar.
Holding a guitar.
And an amp. And my dick's out.
And the dick's out.
And the dick's out, baby.
Always have the dick out on the book cover, baby.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it's like, but you think like that they're so advanced they could replicate this enzyme so you don't have to use a person unless it's unreplicatable, but it just seems like it's just part of their culture. It's just like a cultural practice at this point where it's just like they're not actually necessary. But they're still like enslaved.
But they need an underclass in their society.
Yeah, they need
because there's like 3% excess labor, and for Utopia where there's full employment, they can't have that. The same reason we have prisons in America.
Yep. Well, what are we going to do? Are we going to just let them enter the workforce, or are we going to make them sex slaves?
Are we going to pay them to fucking like just exist, or are we going to pay 3 times as much to house them in a private facility that's manned 24 hours.
Yeah.
Gee,
What to do?
Wonder what a better use of money is.
Yeah. And
A fucking UBI?
no.
No, definitely overfunded prisons.
Yeah, and here it just seems like they just live temporarily with whatever family they go to at the moment. And so it's like, yeah, they're just constantly transient. And
They're probably living like a government housing between them. I mean, in any utopian society, you are going to have government provided housing for everybody.
It does raise the question of like what they do when they're too old to provide the enzyme. It's just like, are they allowed to die with dignity?
No.
Because it's like,
well, we're gonna take you to the farm today, girl. Boy,
just processed into food. Because it's just like, I mean, we see that these people, they seem so benevolent and benign on the surface, but it does seem like there's like the whole undercurrent of violence that exists just to keep these people enslaved and enslaved just because, like, just by stripping them of any sort of like rights or personhood, because like they're in a prison, but like one that they can escape but they can't. Right. Like, have nowhere to go.
Yeah. Which that's like a prison of poverty we have here. Yeah. So before he leaves, Archer puts DePol in charge of selecting movies for the Visians. So she chooses Salo in a Serbian film.
We're gonna show them how to fucking marry on Earth
with teenagers.
And cutting their head off.
So DePol talks to Tucker, who misgenders the Cogenitor immediately and complains about how they're treated.
Yeah, like in both this and the Outcast, they're always like default to female.
Yeah, it's super strange, and it's another missed opportunity because they used, I believe, a female actor for this role.
Yeah,
and
pretty positive.
Yeah, they could have gone the other way and made it more interesting, especially if there was a love interest. If fucking Rick Berman wanted to make up for fucking, the Outcast and like how that didn't go far enough, he should have here like used a man, made it a love interest to a presumably straight male character. To Tucker or anybody.
Yeah,
Tucker. Yeah,
I think
Tucker's a twink. Like, he needs a daddy.
He needs a daddy.
Tucker needs a daddy.
He needs to be down, daddy down.
Yeah, like you just like whisper the right thing in Tucker's ear, and he wants it. Have you seen Saltburn yet?
I have not seen Saltburn.
Oh, you got to watch Saltburn. It's got a power bottoming scene. It got me extremely hard when I watched it.
Oh, apparently, the Cogenitor was in Brightburn, which I saw, which I wasn't that big of a fan of.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just looked them up. Yeah, it is a cisgendered woman.
Fair. So, Tucker says that the Cogenitor issue is a matter of human rights, and DePol reminds him that they're not even human. Whoa.
Oh, got him.
Uh-oh.
Fucking logic bomb there.
Fucking wrecked.
Actually?
Yeah.
I could see Vulcans being like...
wrecked with facts and logic.
Yeah, being huge Ben Shapiro nerds. But just like, and just do like Ben Shapiro does, and just do like actually is on just like turns of phrases and stuff. Actually, it's not all you can eat. Shit like that.
They run out of food eventually.
They run out of food, or you eat too much, and then you have to pay again. So it's not all you can eat. So that presumes for eternity.
Yeah, it's not all you can eat. If you overstuff yourself and start vomiting all over the table, they ask you to leave.
Unlimited breadsticks. Oh, okay. What? What is this? Some sort of like temporal paradox here, where we just have unlimited breadsticks? It's like, shut the fuck up, DePol. God damn it.
just enjoy your goddamn Olive Garden, DePol. Yeah. You got 2 meals for the price of 1.
Chef worked on this salad and breadsticks all fucking day.
So, over with Phlox, Trip is once again concerned about the Cogenitor. Trip wants to take neural scans to see if the Cogenitors are as capable as their counterparts, which is...
Also...
This is a little ableist here.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like, oh, if the Cogenitor is as smart as the other people in society, then they're allowed to have human rights.
Right. And that's the thing is like,
it's like oh, we can't just treat them good, treat them with
they're
rights
obviously
no matter what.
like a humanoid species, like with like some kind of agency, and we assume sentience.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, all that should be required to at least respect life.
Yeah.
And not enslave it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm talking like a vegan now.
Yeah,
you're that half.
Yes.
You're the vegan half.
That would be funny if he does the thing and then like, oh, the Cogenitor is actually dumber than the male and the female. Guess this is where this episode ends. and Trip just gives up.
It's like, oh, so I can fuck it.
I can be fucking that Cogenitor.
So
what kind of cogenitals you got, Cogenitor?
So, over with Reed, he's showing a Vissian babe some cheese, since it's the most aromatic of human foods.
Yeah, this is a very sexy scene. Yeah, eating cheese.
It is sexy.
Eating stinky
but,
cheese.
But she's lactose intolerant and immediately shits all over the chair.
And Malcolm's just like, your bedroom or mine?
Mine.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, feeding her stinky cheese by mouth. This is so hot.
Yeah, so she feeds Reed some Stilton, and he finds it spicy. Because he's a baby.
Yeah.
And he's got a British palate.
He's British.
Yeah.
He's British.
You're like, oh,
But
is this chicken grilled? It's very spicy.
Isn't Stilton a British cheese, though, or am I wrong?
I think it's British, yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah,
All
who
cheese is
cares?
British.
Yeah.
She finds the food erotic, and Reed gets the craziest boner.
Yeah.
Like, he is out of control.
Well, if you're looking for some stinky cheese, he peels back his foreskin.
No. She's like, that's not very aromatic.
Sorry for that joke, everyone. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
So, the Vissian asks to see his armory so she can observe his tactical array, if you know what I mean.
Imagine if she brought the Cogenitor with her. She's just like, all right, we making this baby or what?
I don't need you in my life. I'm a strong, independent woman. I just want a baby. I just want a baby.
That's pretty awesome, though. I guess that presumes without the Cogenitor, they can just have sex without worrying about pregnancy. So they can just have unprotected sex. That's pretty cool.
That's very cool. I mean, unless there's like diseases.
Also, how does that work within their society? Is there ever, since they constantly reuse like the Cogenitors between multiple families, is there ever a problem with incest?
No, because everyone's gay.
Oh, got you.
Everyone's gay.
Everyone's
until
gay.
they want to have a baby, and then they're like, oh.
Well, still, I mean, that means they could presumably have like an incest baby because like the Cogenitor is providing some DNA in the situation.
Right.
So like there is like a lot of people that are related then because they're sharing the Cogenitor.
But like they're gay, and like fucking your dad isn't gay.
Oh, got you. So what is the Cogenitor in this situation? Does it have like a mom or dad type title? Is there a third like?
No, they're the Cogenitor.
Okay.
I mean, they're not a mom or dad because they don't get to take care of the kid or anything.
Yeah, they have no rights. They have
no
familial
parental rights, and so I don't think they do get a title at all. They're just like they're a fucking like cum sock.
Yeah, I did because I was wondering that. I was like, okay, so like
it'd be amazing if Cogenitors were just like 6% of females. But they're just like, yeah, our men can only come when we have a threesome, so
yeah, it's like it has to transfer from the Cogenitor's mouth into the.
Our mating works on a system of reverse felching. You have heard of felching, haven't you, Captain Archer?
Here, let's demonstrate.
So, after asking to see his tactical array, Reed says, "I'll show you mine if you show me yours," and she doesn't get this reference.
No, why would she? That's a human phrase.
Right, but they have the fucking universal translator.
Yeah.
This is some Darmok and Jalad shit, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wow. And he says that, and she's like, "What does that mean? Do you mean our tactical arrays, or do you mean your penis?"
Yeah. Are we?
Because I have a bigger penis. Trust me.
Are we seeing some genitals here, or what's going on?
So over with Archer, him and the Vissian captain are talking about them visiting Earth, and they're just buddying up. They have a lot of like mini scenes of them. It's the B plot of this, definitely.
Yeah.
But it's a cute little B plot.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it is funny how they do become best friends. They're captain best friends, and they come back and everything's like fucked up.
Yeah, and then they can't be friends anymore, and they're like, "Fuck, we had plans.
Damn it, we were supposed to go fishing."
We were supposed to go felching."
The Vissian captain tells me it's a lot like felching, like a lot like fishing.
I spent 3 days on a closed capsule with that man. You learn things about each other, your bodies, your genitals.
What you can suck through a straw.
And baby, with enough effort, anything goes. So over with Trip, the engineer shows him some engineering and impresses him, but he's got other things on his mind.
Yeah.
Trip says they have limited quarters on Enterprise, and he'd like to see their quarters, so he's invited to dinner. He obviously has a little ulterior motive here.
Yeah. I like how weird he asks everything, because it's obviously like he does have ulterior motives.
But the Vissians are so trusting and nice. They're like, "Well, of course, come have dinner with us."
Yeah.
He's Trip Tucker's like, "Yeah, I wanted to come over to case your place and rob your. To see your quarters because mine are small." And they're like, "Oh, of course, come have dinner with us."
Yes, of course. We're so trusting. Except you don't trust those damn cogenitors.
They're like dogs mixed with snakes.
They just got that damn precious enzyme. Otherwise, we'd get rid of all of them.
A dog mixed with a snake, mixed with a double-headed dildo. I can't stand them.
I can't stand them. I wish they didn't find so damn sexy.
I wish I could come without one. So at dinner, they're having like breakfast sandwiches covered in arugula with a slice of lox. And Trip is like, "Wow, this is real aromatic. I've never tasted spinach that tastes like pepper before."
Yeah.
So Trip asks about the Cogenitor, and they show him the Cogenitor. He does neural scans, and the Cogenitors are basically the same as the cis Vissians.
Okay, so they're allowed to have rights as a normal person.
Yep, they are. They're not special needs.
Yeah.
What if they found out that it was just like a Forrest Gump situation, and like the Cogenitors were just like, mentally handicapped a little bit? Would they still Trip still be like, "Well, I can kind of see what they're doing."
Like, never mind. Continue as you were.
Well, in that case, I would like to have sex with one of them.
Yeah. Now, I wonder if I could rent the Cogenitor between the hours of 5 and 6:30.
Do you have any what you call them motels on your ship?
Just lights a cigarette, and all right, when that cigarette goes out.
So, over with Archer, he pilots the Vissian ship into a star, and they fly in close to observe. With Trip, he learns some more engineering and asks to check out the mess hall. And this guy is like, basically, he's like, "Would you like to know the secrets of the universe?" Yeah. And Trip is like, I want to see what your mess hall looks like. I want to see what your chow is like.
Yeah, it does go a lot against like Trip's the way Trip usually is.
Yeah, he's usually kind of like intellectually curious.
Yeah, and especially with anything related to engineering.
He's a fucking nerd. Like all of the main engineers on all of the Star Treks are all fucking nerds.
Like to a fault. And he usually is, and it's so funny that that this episode does have this engineer who's this alien engineer who's just like, whatever you want to know, I'll tell you. I'll tell you how to build whatever you want. He's more interested in the Cogenitor, which, it makes sense why they had to take Archer off of the ship, make him unreachable, because he'd probably be like, Trip, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, he would have been daddy captain.
He would have been daddy captain.
And would have been like, boy, I'm disappointed in you. You come back here now.
Yeah. But it is funny to just watch him just be like, no, I'd rather go play with the Cogenitor right now.
See their Cogenitor. So Trip asks to go to the mess hall, but instead he goes to visit the Cogenitor. Trip has brought them a pad that will teach them how to read. They protest that it's not right for them to read, and Tucker explains how they have the same rights as a cis Visian. And they disagree. Tucker tells them they have the same potential as other Visians, and there's nothing to be afraid of. So the Cogenitor continues to read and keeps learning, and they smile because it's a choose your own adventure book. And they've never done that before. It's fun. It's super fun. Over with Archer,
it's funny if it's highlights or something. Like, oh, hells yes.
It's just a McDonald's picture menu. Hamburger.
Oh, now you done got yourself trapped in the maze again.
Ronald McDonald. Over with Archer.
No, hamburger is a word in the word search. I'm sorry. That's an American word.
I don't know how to spell it either.
I don't know how to spell it either. And I eat hamburgers.
So, over with Archer, he's still piloting and brings the ship onto the surface of a star. Back with Reed, he's showing the hot Visian their weapons array. And I thought this was going to go a completely different way, and I thought she was going to use it to attack them or something. But instead, she calls him quaint and charming.
Yeah.
He shows
they're benevolent Nazis.
A little bit. He shows her the phase cannon assembly, and she says she wants to spend some intimate time with him and maybe sleep with him tonight.
Oh, hells yeah.
She explains that on Vissia, women are kind of the aggressors, and they only sleep with men they desire to sleep with. Which is
this is also
cool.
a lot of Rick Berman stuff.
Yeah,
especially the matriarchal planet. I'm pretty on TNG.
Oh yeah, he's like and they sometimes in this planet they wear high heels and step on the men's balls. Yeah. Should we put on the script? And Brandon Bragg is like, Rick, are you okay?
I also gotta see Rick Berman almost also being an R. Crumb type character. He's just loves really dominant large women.
No, he's not an R. Crumb type character because R. Crumb had an enormous penis.
Oh,
by all accounts.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, he had an enormous ding dong. Have you seen Crumb? I think they talk about it in Crumb. It's a good movie. You should check out Crumb. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
good documentary.
And they talk about his giant ass dick in that.
Yeah. Several women are like, he had the biggest penis I've ever seen. I'm like, that little feller, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, that's why he was so thin, because it's kind of
all the blood had to go to that big old ding dong dong.
It was like a parasite on it. It was taking all his life force.
It's like a giant leech for a penis.
I grow weaker, yet the dick grows stronger.
We share the power, but not the twixt of us can have it. So, over with Trip, the Cogenitor has learned to read, but they say that the others won't allow them the freedom that Trip speaks of. He goes back to work, and the Cogenitor says that they want to be named Trip, just like him.
Aww.
He says his name is actually Charles, and so they choose that name, and Trip is flattered. I actually didn't know his first name was Charles.
Yeah.
They always just call him Trip or Tucker.
Yeah.
And so I actually didn't know that, so fun to know. Over with Archer. They're still studying the star when they start to fall into it, or rather a giant wave of stars starts coming at them.
I would have liked it if the Cogenitor did call themselves Trip Jr.
That would have been sick as fuck.
Well, if I can't be Trip, I'll be Trip Jr.
Okay. How about Tripper, Skipper? Yeah. I'm gonna name myself after the first book I read that you gave me. I would like to go by Matt Walsh.
I want to go by Adolf Hitler.
It's like, yeah, just press the pad. It'll teach you how to read. First word, mine. Mine. Mein Kampf.
It's like, well, I am struggling, so maybe this will be relatable to what I'm going through.
Oh my god. Yeah, my struggle would have been better if it was about like his struggle with gender.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world would be a better place.
It would be a better place.
Yeah. So Trip's flattered that they want to be named Charles.
Mm-hmm.
So oh yeah, that's right. We were going through the cosmic wave right now.
Yes.
So with Archer, they're going through a cosmic wave, and Archer decides to dive straight into the wave instead of avoiding it. And the Vissian captain's like, "Where the fuck did you learn that?" Yeah. And he's like, "A wahoo, body surfing. If you can't get over a wave, you gotta go through it." And then he hands the controls back to the captain. This was a really fun scene. I really liked the payoff here. The B plot here was like near perfect for a Star Trek episode. I really liked the energy between these two actors was really good throughout the episode. It's a cute little gay exploration, 3-day gay exploration.
Yeah, we don't.
Him and the Vissian captain.
I mean, we didn't get to spend a lot of time with them, so we can only presume that they explored each other's bodies.
Right. And we don't know that, like, before this episode, the way that they actually found the Vissian ship in the first place was they found each other on Grindr, on Space Grindr. And
actually, one thing that ships can do is they can fly so close that they touch, and then just like random glory holes just open up between ships.
Right. Like Archer saw the Vissian captain, and it was like captain for captain, and he's like, "Oh yeah."
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you don't have the grinders. Sound.
I still don't.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll get it eventually. Never.
Never.
Yeah, just because it's like, traumatizing for reasons. So, with Trip, he's showing Charles the ship and its technology, and they see the transporter and engineering. He shows them the engine, and Charles is astounded by it. Trip asks if they've ever seen a movie, and they haven't, so Trip takes them to go watch The Day the Earth Stood Still, and then play Go afterwards, which is the most boring date of all time. This is a Criterion Collection ass date.
Well, it's because
this is a no pussy date.
He's in
zero pussy date.
He's a Florida boy. He's in space, so he can't go mudding. He can't go mudding. He can't.
He can go drinking and fucking.
He can't light off fireworks.
He can go drinking and fucking.
He can't be lighting off,
Florida boys drink and fuck.
He can't light off Roman candle fireworks by the warp core. So like that's why he's just like, man, what do people do on spaceships? Watch movies, play Go.
I'ma try to have sex. Hey you there. Hey you there with the Hey, you there with a highly political sexual situation. You want to do some sex?
Do some freaky alien sex? Why the hell not?
Yeah. Archer walked so Riker could fly, really.
He really did.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he was getting pregnant by aliens way before anyone else.
Hell yeah. So, with Trip, he's showing Charles the ship. They go see a movie and play Go. And then they beat him at Go. But then they start referring to them as she, like all the time. So I don't know if they chose a gender. There's no scene of them choosing a gender, only a name, which is Charles.
No, not like. But then they just start, not like Soren or Lal.
Right, exactly.
You got to choose a gender.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a little weird, and I think it like deflates a lot of things in here that they just start gendering her.
Yeah, and like
sorry, I just gendered them.
Yeah,
because they kept on gendering them.
Yeah, like after like Trip and the Cogenitor develop this sort of relationship, at no point does Trip go like, well, what is the pronoun that you would use?
Right.
Because like I'm guessing like the that's what they think. Like the Cogenitor should have had like its own special pronoun.
Right.
Like, but we never find out, and yeah, it's just like it does. These aliens, even though they've progressed like thousands of years ahead of us, they still, and with these cogenitors, their entire existence, they still have that gender binary.
Here's the thing.
Cogenitors are
It
never
seems
included.
like humans do as well, though.
Yeah.
It seems like humans are still very attached to gender because, like, Trip, who was born in Florida, of course, he got a Florida education, so he probably doesn't know about transgendered people.
They taught him about warp cores, but not anything else.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't like, by the way, trans people exist. Like, what? Trans people aren't going to exist in the future?
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess not. Well, at least not in like the year 2000, according to Rick Berman.
The year 2000.
Yeah, according to Rick Berman, trans people don't exist at this point in time.
Thanks, Rick Berman.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rick Berman.
Thanks, Rick Berman.
So Charles asks Trip about the movie, and he tries to explain it to them. Charles creams Trip at Go, and Trip takes them back to their quarters because he's so mad that he lost Go.
Yeah. Honestly, they should have. I mean, it is nice that they have like a platonic like friend thing. He's like Trip's interest in the Cogenitor wasn't sexual.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, but
someone should have wanted to fuck it.
Yeah.
I want to fuck it. I want to fuck the Cogenitor. That's all I'm saying.
I want those cogenitals.
Yeah, give them to me. I don't care what they look like. I'll gargle them in my mouth.
But it makes sense also. It's like, I guess it is a touchy subject too, because the cogenitors are sex slaves, so it's nice too that it is interacted with in a non-sexual way, and it is allowed.
Fair.
It is allowed to pursue its interests outside of just sex.
True.
Yeah.
So back on the NX-01, T'Pol gives Trip the business about not being where he said he would be on the Vissian ship, and tells him he's no longer welcome on the Vissian ship.
Which is crazy because he comes up with the loosest lies you've ever heard. Like, I'm gonna go check out the. I'm a little bit peckish. I'm gonna go check out the mess hall, and it's just like. You were gone for 6 hours. it's like at that point, like
the computer said you were in our quarters for 4.5 hours of those 6 hours.
Yeah,
I was masturbating.
Yeah, he's lucky that they only were convinced that he was just hanging out with the Cogenitor and not like doing some sort of espionage.
Yeah, true.
because he is like ruining their relationship with the Vissians by interfering in their cultural practices. But I mean, like fucking off for hours on their own ship is alone suspicious anyway. Like he could just be like, they're like, we don't trust humans. They seem very evil.
Yeah, and I'm surprised the Vissians are as trusting of humans as they are, because humans are not great.
All their distrust is saved for the Cogenitors.
Yeah, true. So Trip keeps on misgendering Charles as her.
Yeah.
I think misgendering. I don't know, because there's no scene where like Charles is like, I want to be called her.
No, there isn't.
It's just implied, and I don't like that it's just implied.
Yeah, just like there's a faint hint of boob, so it's just
Right.
Trip is just like, it's a girl, got those titties, but then it's just like, actually, and the Cogenitor takes their shirt off and there's just two dicks. He's like, well, I stand corrected.
It looks like you got 2 hot dogs on your chip there. Looks like it's time for a hot dog party.
Well, I got the buns.
Don't go too hard or you'll make ketchup.
Oh, mustard.
I only take mayonnaise in my. So, T'Pol says that Trip may have damaged the first contract with the Vissians, and Trip is incredulous. Later, Trip is working on some stuff when the Cogenitor comes and says they found out and won't help them. They found out and won't help them at all, and they want to stay on the Enterprise. So the Visians found out about the whole affair, and that they learned to read and all that shit, and they are fucking pissed.
They are pissed.
And so they're trying to claim asylum. So Archer and the Visian captain return, and immediately T'Pol is like, "Hey, there's been an incident," and he's like, "Oh fuck! I was gonna have some more gay sex.
I was just trying to bro out with this guy on a very small ship, and now I gotta come back and deal with this bullshit."
So Archer returns and immediately misgenders Charles. He's pissed at Trip and dresses him down. Trip says he didn't think it would hurt, and Archer says he didn't think hard enough. Ooh.
Yeah.
This is a great, like, Captain Daddy moment from Archer and quintessential, like, daddy captaining. Although it's, like, not something I necessarily agree with.
Yeah, but it's like, I can see it being, like, a subject that you're not going to fix overnight.
Right.
And so there should have, like, I think, you know, Archer, you know, says he doesn't agree with the situation, but it's just like there were probably more diplomatic ways of, like, interfering with these, because, like, no matter what, you know, one thing about, I mean, this is really before they develop, like, you know, the Prime Directive. But, and you know, you do kind of have to, you know, in this kind of situation, you can't really, like, make any sort of demands on a culture, like, you know, another developed culture with their own practices. It's like something that you get. It's kind of like, well, you know, it's like something that you can, like, disagree with, but it's just like, you know, you don't have no governmental or, you know, no authority on what they do.
Right. So Archer goes and explains to Charles it's not their place to tell them what rights that they have. So that's at least something.
Yeah.
However, in the meeting room, Archer talks with the captain and the Visian captain and his crew, and says to grant asylum, they need a serious case. Excuse me. The engineer and his wife are pissed because they won't get to have their baby if asylum is reached.
Yeah.
They're real pissed, and the engineer tries to bring up waiters to bring a point.
Yeah.
And Archer is like, "Hey, waiters have nothing to do with this because what they do is, like, voluntary." And they're like, "Oh, we didn't know that. Oh, well, okay." And, like,
well, he's like, "I guess I don't know enough about your culture." You know,
yeah,
kind of making being like, you know, it's just like, well, you guys don't know anything about our relationship with the Cogenitors.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a bad point.
It's a bad point.
It's a bad point.
Yeah, you're not going to compare waiters, especially in
to sex slaves.
Yeah, to sex slaves. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, both of them are selling their body for their, you know, for money. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, but sex slaves don't even get the money. So no, I guess they're not the same at all.
Yeah, and especially at this point, like, you know, like, the Earth has reached, you know, sort of like almost post scarcity. So it's just like their money's been abolished anyway. So
right,
yeah, because, like, yeah, Archer does make a point. Like, they do it because they can, you know, or they want to. They're choosing to do it.
Yeah.
Like, your Cogenitors are literal sex slaves that are traded between families.
Right.
Creating inbred children.
Hell yeah. So, the Visians tell Archer to take time with his decision regarding asylum. T'Pol and Archer walk down the hallway, and she tells him he made the right choice, and Archer enters Trip quarters. The Visian ship departs, and Archer hails the captain. They're genial, and it's clear that he made the Cogenitor go back with their people.
Yeah.
So in his quarters, Archer gets a call from the Visian captain, and he sounds upset. Archer calls Trip into his quarters and tells him that the Cogenitor committed suicide.
Damn.
Trip blames himself. He says it's time Trip learned to weigh the consequences of his actions, and maybe this will teach him a lesson. He dresses Trip down again. Also, good Captain Daddying scene, but I still disagree with his fundamental point.
Oh, yeah.
He dismisses Trip and stares out the window. End of episode. So, there's a lot to digest here.
There's a lot to go on.
There's a lot to digest in this episode. We went over a lot of it, but, like, this episode is morally bankrupt.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, the way they come to the conclusion and how they make it feel so final doesn't sit right with me at all.
Yeah.
It's a bad moral tale.
Yeah, it's like one, like, I think this episode really illustrates, especially like since this is, you know, and this is like early days of the Federation, you know, Enterprise and stuff. So it's just like their meetings with other species is very underdeveloped.
Yeah.
Like so far they've only met like, you know, Phlox's people, Vulcans, you know, and then like, you know, those weird little yellow guys.
Right.
It's just like, and so, you know, Klingons. So it's just like they're still really like this is showing them developing their approach to diplomacy and how to interact with other cultures, especially ones that hold views that we would consider abhorrent, you know, holding sex slaves. And so it's just like I think it kind of shows like almost the reality of how it's just like, you know, especially developing, you know, how we would react in that sort of situation.
But it's also like, I don't know, I feel like it's Rick Berman and Braga really showing their fucking ass here.
Yeah.
Because they're saying in the future, like, it's not going to be part of regular education or regular knowledge that like more than one gender expression or identity is a reality. Like that being such a mind-blowing thing.
Yeah.
To fucking Trip, like, it like blows my mind.
Yeah, I mean, but this is also at the time it was made, like, that wasn't like a national conversation.
Yeah,
happened with it.
Yeah,
and so it's
at the same time, you know, they had like trans characters in the '90s Trek.
They did
in Rick Berman Trek.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, dog. I don't know. This is like their third time really like confronting like transgenderism in any way, and it's another kind of miss.
Yeah, because like it ends with this, you know, like, you know, Soren ends up being brainwashed and folded back into the society.
Basically killed.
Killed, and then of course Charles, you know, kills himself, and so and then
Jadzia Dax dies too.
Jadzia Dax dies too. So it's just like like the representation that happens, you know, and we don't really get like any sort of like positive representation of this until like Discovery. Right.
Precisely.
And so like all other transgender non-binary stories before that always just end with sorrow. and
we don't get any good negative reputation until Strange New Worlds.
with
Captain Angel.
Angel. Just get like get the bad them that they thems
baddies
and
give them more baddies.
But like it is a very, you know, nihilistic in a way. It's just like it is unfortunate because. But I think like the lesson it was trying to teach is this, like, you have to have a little bit more tact approaching these subjects. You know, especially it's like you can't go from 0 to 60.
See, that I think therein lies the major problem with the episode is it's not a moral tale.
No.
It is a cautionary tale to respect authority.
Yeah. Or at least respect, like, just trying to like understand the culture before like making any sort of
even if the culture is bad.
Even if the culture, well, I think
that's
like,
the problem is we know the culture's bad.
Yeah,
like this is a bad culture.
Yeah.
Archer knew it was a bad culture. He knew they were like specifically holding these people back in order to be sex slaves.
Yeah,
and based on that knowledge, he's still like, no, you can't have asylum even though you are a sex slave.
Yeah.
Who no longer wants to be one.
Which is weird
because like his argument too against Trip is that like, well, did they ask to learn to read and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And my argument to that is like, well, wait, so if like someone can't read, like, what, like it's like if like well, you gave them food for the first time and now they want to eat all the time. What the fuck? This is your fault. Like, no, it's. Yeah, they didn't want to read because they were fucking brainwashed and a sex slave.
Yeah.
And, you know, you gave them like a glimmer of hope and taught them to fucking read. And, you know, the reason they killed themselves is because, you know, they knew there was a better life to have that they could not have. And it's Archer's fault that they killed themselves. It's not Tucker's fault. It's 100% not Tucker's fault.
Yeah, Tucker was trying. Yeah, it's weird that Archer didn't grant Charles asylum. But I mean, I guess since it's like, I mean, the only way like I could see like, you know, like I think Archer stumbles a lot in this because it is like
early
like
days.
yeah, this is like a lot of first for them. And so, you know,
first is the worst.
First is the worst, you know, and you know, we do have like, you know, the, you know, absurd, you know, and chaotic meetings that happen, you know, and all over Trek, you know, there's always like meeting those things, but for the most part, like in other Treks, like the aliens are more or less just representations of us and relatable, and so they typically have, you know, at their core, they're basically humans. And so,
I see. So what Rick Berman is saying through this is we should teach trans people to read.
Yeah, that's what it is. But it's just like in this, it is dealing with something like, you know, that the species requires this third gender, and it's just like it's something completely alien. You know, it's just like, well, we don't have like this.
It's not, I mean, completely alien though, because you have like a lot of Native American spirits have two.
And I guess they're not even like it's like not even like a gender expression. It's just like it's just their sex. The sex. It's like the gender sex.
Yeah, exactly.
So like,
and I really wish they explained a little bit how they have to fuck, because like. I mean, is there like a pump or something they could make to where the cogenitor is no longer necessary to be a sex slave?
That's what I was saying. Like it does like. The fact that they are so advanced and like, and that all the cogenitor provides is an enzyme. That's going by just like what, you know, Flock said.
Yeah, why don't they fucking synthesize that enzyme if they're so fucking smart and fucking make a synthetic enzyme?
Unless because like the cogenitors do make up an equal third of the society, and I guess.
Oh no, it's 3%.
Oh, 3%.
3%, not a third.
So like so if they are making up 3%, yeah, it's just like. You know, they would have to acknowledge their personhood, and it does seem like that the society where it's at is unable to do that. So it's just like, well, you know, our cultural practices that we've had that probably established in the fucking like our fucking Middle Ages, you know, and like it's just like, well, we have to deprive the cogenitor of any sort of like basic rights. And so that's how it's been. That's how it's going to be until we're fucking dancing on the sun with our little ships, you know.
Who do you think is the modern cogenitor?
A modern cogenitor?
I'm going to go with au pairs and nannies. Like people whose livelihoods are attached to families and taking care of them.
I mean, we do have like surrogates and stuff.
We do have surrogates, yeah. But, you know, surrogates are usually paid and, you know, usually they do it very, very willingly.
Yeah,
and so like,
if you could carry a child, would you for money?
No, it depends on how much money.
Yeah,
I think I would carry a child to term for $500,000.
I wonder how much they make. There's that movie that came out recently where Patty Harrison plays a surrogate. It was okay. I liked it. Okay. Like but yeah, it's just I wonder if they do make considerable money like that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure in some cases, especially if you're doing it for a rich person, you got to be making good money.
Yeah, they kind of have
like fucking Elon Musk. Like I'm sure like the mothers of all his surrogates are set up for fucking life.
Oh yeah, like he's definitely like, especially that one that he had twins with while married to Grimes. Like that was definitely a surrogate.
Yeah, well, yeah, he didn't even have sex with her.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't think he has sex. I still don't think, and I don't hear it much. I don't hear this theory much anywhere, and I don't know why. I think he's a completely sexless guy. I think he like tries to like brand himself as sexy or sex or something. Because like with the fucking with the Teslas, he made them the Model S, the Model 3, and the Model X.
Yeah.
So it would spell sex, and the Model Y, so it would spell sexy.
I kind of wonder if this is like the plot of the movie Big. starring Tom Hanks, where he made a wish on a Coney Island fortune teller, and he woke up as a 53-year-old man.
Yeah.
But he has like a 10-year-old child inside.
No, it's just he has a child brain. He has a bad case of child brain.
But then again, like I rewatched Big semi recently, and I totally forgot that he fucks in that.
Yeah.
Which is so wild. Like it's like he's a 10-year-old boy. He's in the body of a 30-year-old man. He's in the body of Tom Hanks. But it seems like
if
they
you
probably
were in
should
Tom
have done
Hanks'
that.
body, you wouldn't fuck.
I mean, if I was 10,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's putting up some moral questions.
Yeah. I want you to answer them.
It's like
Slowly.
it's like you're making your partner commit a crime almost. But it's like, but it's like a big crime where it's just, it's like a crime. It's like a mystical crime. Because
Mystical crime.
It's mystical crime.
The crimes of the wizard.
You were a 10-year-old child and you were turned into a 30-year-old man because you went to like a fortune telling machine on Coney Island and we're just like, I wish I was big.
It's midjaculatory rape.
it's like it's just like, okay, I'll make you 30 years old. He's like, he said he wants to be big. Like you should have made him like 15 feet tall. Just like a 10-year-old that's just like 15 feet tall.
He said he wants to be big, and he just gives him like a 2-foot penis.
He's like, what do I even do with this?
It's dragging on the ground and picking up dust.
It's getting a callus on it. It's like I'm 3 feet tall.
You said you wanted to be big, kid. I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I'm a fortune telling machine. I'm not. You think I'd be telling fortunes if I went to Harvard or some shit? I'm not smart. I'm a machine.
I just make people's dicks bigger. That's all anybody wants anyway.
That's all people do.
That's all they ask for.
They just ask for big dicks and balls.
Yeah. People go to the fortune telling machine. They're like, I want way bigger testicles.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the fortune telling machine in Coney Island.
No.
No.
Nope.
You have to record this podcast first. Fine.
Yeah. So I disagree with this episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It would be nice if Star Trek could have tackled gender in a more positive way than having it always end in some sort of violence. Because like we know, even with Law chose her own gender, like died.
Yeah.
Just like Soren, brainwashed, probably dead. Law, dead. Charles, dead. It's like we can tackle this subject without violence.
Yeah, and we got Discovery who did that, but it was like so hammy and just like I don't know, not my favorite writing or acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I much like like Soren and Charles. They're really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it is sad that had happened to Charles. It is more of a cautionary tale. This whole story serves as more of a cautionary tale for Trip to not
be on the straight and narrow.
Be more mindful approaching alien
You
diplomacy.
mean fall in line.
Fall in line.
Hey, you can't teach them kids to read.
But it's also like, it does say, because like I do think Archer is kind of like, it's a battle for another day almost. Like the first step is establishing a relationship with these people.
Right, but at the same time, that's such a liberal talking point. It's a battle for another day. Like, well, let's just get this passed now.
In 10,000 years, the Cogenitor can have rights.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
I mean, they've really only known them though for like a week though at this point.
Right,
so.
But it's clear what they're doing with the Cogenitor is wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
the Cogenitor,
morally wrong.
The Cogenitor is a sex slave.
Yes,
and the Cogenitor has no rights of any kind that we saw.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. Which sucks.
Yeah.
And they're not human rights, but they are fucking rights of species. Rights
Even
of
I
human
feel
species.
I feel like Archer did there's that one episode where they go to the
I'd actually like to point this out. So we know that the Visians are much smarter than humans, right?
Yeah.
And the Cogenitor is equally smart to the rest of the Visians. So Archer made a call on a being smarter than himself and overrid their will.
Damn.
Which is, I think, pretty motherfucking fucked up.
Pretty fucked up.
Pretty fucking fucked up.
Yeah, and later we do see that one episode, like Archer does take in that one, like sex slave, like the blonde,
right.
That like asked for help, and she turns out to be like a spy.
But that's only because
he did. So yeah, it is also based on whether or not Archer is sexually attracted to the person that's being
that's right,
being used for
captain's log, baby.
Yeah, being
it
used
makes
for
the
sex.
decision.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but that is after this episode. So I don't know. Did he learn something from this situation?
Yeah. What did we learn here today? Captains are always right.
Captains are always right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this person has gained awareness for the first time in their life, and now sees that life is better than the absolute hell that they live. Mm-hmm. And so they ask the only people that have been compassionate to them for help, and then get denied, and then kill themselves. So.
Yeah, I think another lesson we learned is don't give education to second-class people.
Yeah.
That's not...
Yeah, don't do that.
No. Yeah, that's dangerous.
Also, make sure that they have comparable intelligence to other people. If they don't, then continue as you were.
Yeah. Then it's okay for them to be sex slaves.
Then it's okay for them to be sex slaves because they're not smart. They're not smart.
Yeah. So this episode.
Yeah, it's like by that metric, you think like and the Visian engineer is like, so I noticed you only have 92 naturally occurring elements. So by the way, you're joining me and my wife for tonight in our bed. Now what? You are the Cogenitor, Trip. Now what you talking about? You are not intelligent enough to be a person.
Tucker.
Yeah. Now shake it for me. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's like imagine if like if these aliens did see humans as lesser beings. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you guys can't dance on the surface of the sun? Well, you're all sex slaves now.
Well, then why do you have this Earth song from 1999 called Might As Well Be Walking on the Sun? Is this a lie? A ruse?
And you have this song called I'm a Slave for You. So you are submitting that you are slaves for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a depressing episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, depressing episode. I don't think we really learned anything from it. As a moral tale, it fails.
Yeah.
As an episode of Star Trek, it kind of succeeds.
Yeah, I mean, it does have the moral question. You know, it's like
it raises the question, but the answer is not satisfying in any way.
I mean, and unfortunately, that is like the reality of for a lot of people. You know, it's just like they don't always get happy endings.
Right. Yeah. But it's like...
But it would have been nice if Charles... They also had to have like a little Trip Jr. hanging around.
Or, I don't know, yeah. Or if like they would have taken them on as giving them asylum and being like, we'll drop you off at the next starbase or something like that. So they didn't have to stay on as a character, but also... You know, it could have been, a kind of a darker ending if they're like, yeah, we'll take you on, and the Visians are like, you'll never hear from us again, or they sour relations with them, and then like Starfleet hears about it, Trip gets in trouble. There's a lot of things they could have done with it.
This is basically the episode of Orville that we watched.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, like
100%. It actually is very much Holy shit. Wait a second.
Hold the phone.
Wait a second. The Tale of Two Topas did rip this episode off a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
wow.
they started a interstellar incident because of it, and presumably with the Visians as well at the end. Like relationships have been soured.
Yeah. It seems today that all you see is that it's been a long road getting from there to here.
Hey, Lois, remember the time we denied asylum to a person with a third gender?
I like that very much because I'm a gay, evil baby.
Yeah, that's true. Stewie's white gay ass wouldn't
No.
acknowledge a trans person.
Oh, hell no. No. He's definitely one of those LGB motherfuckers.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, get fucked turf-ass bitches.
He's a LGB, no T's.
God. Yeah.
A lettuce, guacamole, and bacon.
The worst. You gotta have the tomato.
Gotta have that tomato on there and make it a sandwich.
Oh, God, that tomato's so juicy. Any tomatoes listening with a big, juicy booty and a hard girl cock, hit me up.
I don't think tomatoes usually have those.
Oh, what were we talking about?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's a great place for us to leave it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging with us, Voyagers. Be well, travel safe. And I don't know, maybe go watch this episode. The direction to it is good. It's a well-produced episode.
Yeah.
The pacing's good. I just don't agree with it at all.
Yeah, it's like it's not one that you want to put on and feel good.
No. It's pretty fucking feel bad. And I don't
feel bad.
I don't think it has like a good message either.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Yeah, it was Rick Berman trying and failing.
As he does.
But, it was like I did like, how they were presenting the Visians as like this sort of like benevolent race of people with very just like fucked up views.
Yeah.
So it's just like you really had to like question like is Trip doing the right thing?
So you mean like Texans?
Texans, yeah. Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, thanks for trekking with us, soy boys, girls, and overly beans. Hang dong and shaka.
Everybody do the soy trek dance, get on the floor, take off your pants. Everybody do the soy trek dance, get on the floor, take off your pants. Everybody do the soy trek dance, get on the floor, take off your pants. Everybody do the soy